Yeah, awesome.
All right.
Let me share my screen real quick. And hopefully I'll share the right one from the first try. Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our community call. So today we will be talking about how we can build AI-powered, like how we can build the landing page using AI-powered tools and improve the CEO using AI agents. So please bear in mind that this call will be recorded. So if you have something that you'd like to get cut out from the video, please reach out to me. Our calls are designed to share ideas and get feedback. We've got plenty of those. So please, if you've got some issue or you'd like to get some idea, or you simply would like to connect with different people with like-minded professionals, we've got plenty of those calls already in our library. So please check them out as well if you'd like to. Our today's agenda is like, it might get a bit different from this, but this is the general overview, I guess. So the 5 minutes intro, 30 minutes demo, and the rest is the discussion. So yeah, please feel free to drop your questions into the chat during our conversation, or keep them to say them out loud after the demo will be finished. Our today's guest, John. He's the founder and CEO of a lot of different startups, and this is extremely impressive. I have no idea where you get that energy to run all of them and to come up with all those ideas, but this is truly impressive, honestly. So he's been involved in the creation and management for more than 30 startups, and lost his business partner and CEO to a crypto hustle. So that's a really interesting story. John, do you mind sharing a bit about that, because I've seen that on Twitter?
Yeah, it's a good sum up of my experience. You've been following me for a while, I see, because this is 3 months or 4 months old story. Yeah, thanks for the intro. So I've been doing startups since 2009, so that's a long time ago, and all my life basically. Somehow that happened. So I started with the venture-backed startup world. So from 2009 to 2017 or 18, the first almost 10 years, I was only doing startups through an incubator, accelerator, investors, funding rounds, etc. So kind of traditional startups. And last 4 or 5 years, I've entered this indie maker world, or this Twitter maker world where people just make startups quick, and they bootstrap them, they self-fund them, and they launch waitlists before they build a product, etc. So it's totally different mindsets, basically. So today I will focus more on the second one. It's just I'm giving some background info on where I'm coming from, and the story about me losing a partner to the crypto hustle. Well, yeah, somewhere in between this venture world and indie world, there was crypto hype. As you all remember, it was 3 years ago, I think. And we were lucky that we just managed to build NFT website that was so hot that we were one of the most popular in the world at that moment. So that kind of destroyed all our plans. So it was just a side hustle. We were doing other stuff, but this NFT thing just exploded. And we went full in with that project for 3 months. And then 3 months in a row, I realized that the whole crypto world is actually not as clean and soulful as I thought. So I kind of felt like I want to go back to the real tools and real value. Some crypto stuff is great, but most of the stuff wasn't. But my friend, my partner, who was with me for 10 years, he just kind of get absorbed by this crypto fame and crypto money and all the people and all the stuff happening there. So long story short, we break up with him, and I lost a lot of money, and I'm never going back to that thing. But the lesson learned is that you have to be really good at saying no to things. So I think this is pretty important now as well, when there's a lot of hype around AI, and AI is a great thing. And I build a lot of AI products, but even within AI, one must pick something and just stick to it for a while, rather than jumping between all the today's hot AI applications. So I'm doing really well with that so far. So I managed to enter AI a lot earlier than everybody else. So we started building Mars X Dev. That's my kind of biggest project, right? We started building that 4 years ago, and we used GPT from the first version to the second to the third, right? Before people heard the GPT term even. So Mars X is a developer platform where you can build software really fast. And it's really fast because we use the concept of code reusage of a thing we call micro apps. So there are a bunch of micro apps that do all sorts of things, and then basically you just put them together and put little code on top, and then everything just works. And we use a lot of AI so that all this work becomes even easier. So that's what Mars X is. And I started that many years ago with AI. And then last year, when the whole AI world just exploded after ChatGPT launch, we realized that actually we have a lot of AI stuff that we kind of used internally that we can actually put into products and launch to the market, and people will use that. And that's where we started working on all the other AI products that we're launching these days, and this summer, and next year. Yeah. So then we also acquired a couple of companies last year. So one of them was Unicorn Platform. And just quick note on that: why did we acquire? We acquired because we want to build all sorts of projects, and when we see that for a certain product there is great founder and great product out there, and together we would be a great team, we often reach out and we offer some kind of partnership, and sometimes we offer the acquisition. So that's what happened with Unicorn Platform, and we've done that more times after that, and we're doing that right now. So that's kind of the thing that many don't know about us, but we are actively actually merging, acquiring little great products. And yeah, so that's about the past. And what do I do now? I will run a little demo of what we're doing now, like to the hottest projects we have. But overall, we want to launch everything we use internally to the outside world. And we have a lot of AI agents we use internally. So basically, we're a very small team. Like we have quite huge turnover and amount of users and products, but in fact, we're a very small team. We're maybe 20 people, and that's very little for the number of things we do. And the reason we can manage so many things with 20 people is that we have built a lot of AI agents within our processes for accounting, for organization, for design, for landing page building, for coding, for SEO, content, everything, basically social media. And now we just bring them one by one to the market as standalone projects so that other people can also use that. And today I will just show two of those projects. And one is the Unicorn Platform. It's a landing page builder specifically for the founders who want to go to the market fast. And the other one is SEO Bot, which is AI agent that runs your entire blog and content writing stuff. So you just basically never have to write content for that again until some point. And I will explain why until some point.
Yeah. So I'm stopping the screen share right now. And at this point, I think that a single community call will be won't be enough to cover all this stuff. I've already got like 5 more questions, I guess. But yeah, let's jump into the like the Unicorn Platform and the SEO Bot, and then we can see how much time will be left. But yeah, just in
All
case
right.
the call is 1 hour, so we won't take much of your time here. So unless you have the desire to jump on the second call in a couple of weeks, which would be
Yeah,
amazing, by the way. But I'm not
we'll
insisting
see.
on that.
All right, so this is user platform, and we're going to create a website. So I'm a new user, and my goal is to, I got an idea today, actually, just before this call, that we will run not just a fake demo, but a real demo on. So my idea is that a lot of the products aren't listed on the places they could be listed on. Like, for example, there may be 500 places where you can list your product and get the backlink, get the traffic, etc. But most products aren't listed there and they have no traffic at all. And people just don't know why they don't have traffic. And that's kind of the problem in the market. And one solution for that, I just bought a domain before this call, like that's called listing bot. And the idea of this project is that I want to make the bot that can list your product everywhere on the internet. Like,
Wow.
yeah. And let's try to do that. So I picked this template because I like this template, and I say I want to AI generate the content, and I say listing bot, and can list your product. Direct to so that you get users and traffic. All right, I say generate. And now it is generating the whole thing for me. So it can put a name, it puts the navigation. Now it's going to come up with some catchy hero, and then the features. I would have to come up with the images, of course, because I just can't. Like, we have a system for image generation, but you know, those images are too sci-fi. Like, you will have to make them on your own. Yeah, so it says input your product info, AI does the listings, you get the traffic. Great, 3 steps, right? Well, I could write that myself, but
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
could have the experience, but you know, most people, it takes them days to come up with the copy and the text, right? But even I never write this. I just always generate with. I think I just never write anything except the chat messages these days. Everything else comes from AI.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
interesting thing is that that sounds reasonable, to say the least. So it looks like the landing page itself and the copy looks like it's like totally valid thing. I would use that myself, basically. So yeah, that's pretty impressive, honestly. So let's see how much of that cool stuff it will be able to generate. And yeah, I love
Yeah.
that generating your page label at the bottom. So it's colorful. Small.
Yeah, so it just depends on the template I pick. Like, I pick very simple template, but if you pick the complicated one, then you get a lot more generated. But I like to have small, clean, simple pages. Yeah, I think it's almost done. So once it's done, I will show you the next step, which is, or actually 2 steps. So the second thing I always do when I launch a project, I create waitlist. I believe if you don't create waitlist before you build stuff, you're making a huge mistake, because if you create waitlist before you build stuff and people sign up to that waitlist, you actually feel really good urge to keep building it. So that's good, right? But if nobody signs up to the waitlist, oh, cool, it's done. If nobody signs up to the waitlist, you might have to think about the whole project, right? But often not the whole project, but you have to think about details, about the value proposition, like certain things. And it's much faster to edit your landing page than to recode the whole project, right? So I save it. I'm pretty happy, and I will add the here, instead of learn more, I want to have the waitlist. So I say form, and I say, no, wait. Oh, I'm missing it. An email and button says join waitlist. All right. Yeah, so now basically like, I got the waitlist, and if people sign up, I will get the emails, right? And I can just do a little tweak and say, or okay, let's skip that. So I have AI, I can ask it to do things, but I think now we have to go on to get faster to the questions. All right, I save it now, and I publish that. And here's my website. So I would connect the real domain, but that takes half an hour to propagate, so we will not do that now. Yeah. We just go with this. And now the other project we have is SEO bot, which does all the work with grinding on Google, right? So I will just go there and say, all right. So now I ask SEO bot to help me with a blog, right? It takes some time as well, but the only thing it needs from me is my URL. So once I give it my URL, it just studies my URL and the pages and the copy, and does a lot of different things. And once it's done with all those different things, it will actually come up with great keywords and articles, etc. We're, I think, almost there. We're going to run the whole cycle now. We're going to connect it back to the unicorn, and we're going to see the real articles. But it will take time. So in between, we can take some questions. So I guess we can already take some questions while it's working. So I guess it's going to take time.
Yeah, for the SEO bot, do you have any kind of integrations to retrieve those keywords, for example, or the underlying GPT, as I think
No.
will generate them by itself?
Yeah, GPT can generate because it doesn't know what's hot on Google, right? So we actually fetch the real statistics from Google for keywords, and we try to find long tail keywords with very low competition so that we can actually rank for them, which is very complicated and very unintuitive. So whenever you build stuff and you don't know how this works, you just go on and you just make the typical articles. Like, for example, if you're building a landing page builder like we did, you would probably make an article, best landing page builders, and include yours there. But you will never rank for that article because there are like, I know, 100,000 articles with the same keywords, right? So you have to really find something that looks actually strange, that doesn't look obvious at all. Like, yeah, now it's actually switching to the step where it is studying the keywords and it is trying to find the keywords which will work. And that's not easy, and that's why this SEO business is quite big, because the consultants who do that, they charge a lot and people pay them because it's not easy. So we try to make that affordable. Like, we're not claiming that we're beating top SEO agencies with SEO bot, but SEO bot is $19 a month, and top agencies like $1,000 just to talk to them for 10 minutes, right? So that's why it is our market is like, if you have no game at all for SEO and you use SEO bot, you're going to have a lot better results, right? Comparing to zero, you'll have insane results. But if you're rich and serious, maybe go for the cool professionals and spend, like, we were looking for prices. It cost at least $4,000, the smallest package you can buy from SEO people who can do some work for you, and that's kind of not affordable for majority of the people. All right, so it came up with different keywords, and so most keywords are kind of they look off, And that's kind of the thing I will explain now. So it found, as you see, they're all low. So it found very low competition keywords. And some of them are like, for example, this one is a good example. Product of AI. It has competition 2, right? It's really low. So pretty much nobody uses this keyword, but there are 70 searches a month. That's very low as well, just 70. But in fact, and there's some broken English here, like product of AI, it's kind of strange keyword, right? Like, why would you write that? But 70 people search for that. And the chance that you actually gonna get high ranking with your blog for this keyword is like 1,000 times higher than with the proper keyword, right? That's what. So now I start this, and now it will take time. So it starts working. So basically, it's the easiest interface in the world. Like, the only button I have is start and stop, and that's it. And everything else I can just watch. So that's how we have the advanced version where I can talk to it and actually guide it and help it. But now it will kind of try. Yeah, it kind of failed. It will try again. So while it tries, it will take like 5-10 minutes. And once it's done, I'll have 3 articles here. And then I will go back to my listing landing page and connect SEObot into the listing bot. And then my articles will appear here. So I have to do no manual work. Basically, after that, it will just work days and nights, and articles will be appearing on my blog, and hopefully I get more traffic. And we do get traffic. Like, basically, we had this thing running for a unicorn platform, for example, for a very long time, and we're growing really well on organic searches. Like, it is doubling every 6 months now, which is good, right? It's growing every month. Same for all other projects. Even SEObot itself uses itself to generate blog for itself, right? And it's helping. So we have 2,000 people signing up for the project, and I just done some tweets around that, which were kind of viral, but still, it's no paid ads, nothing. We actually never paid for ads, or we paid and we failed, and we're never gonna pay again. All right, so while it's working, yeah, you see it's seeing some more stuff. It managed some stuff. So you can go ahead with some questions, both on the unicorn platform and SEObot.
I have a I have a quick one. So if I caught it correctly, you're creating articles and posting them on the site. So is it the site has to be built on the unicorn platform? Is that right as well? Because it has access then to go and post the articles.
Partly. So we don't host the articles, we send them to your landing page, but we send them everywhere, like Webflow, WordPress, Unicorn platform. They're basically into any CMS, or also we have Next.js plugin that you can get into the Next.js project. You can, and we have API, so you can integrate into some random language, like PHP or something like that.
I see. Okay, got it. Oh, interesting. And you use this on Unicorn, so you're getting more traffic on Unicorn just because of this, correct?
Oh yeah, we have. I can actually show that. So we have quite a good traffic on Unicorn because of this, and all projects. So as I say, like, everything we do is pretty much an internal project first, because kind of we need that. And then it becomes external when we realize that it's good enough and we can actually share it.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah, so here you see it, right? So we enabled that a while back, but it was kind of slow, like somewhere here. And so you see it's 13,342, and now we're like higher. And same with the, where is the other project, Dev Hunt? Yeah, Dev Hunt is the other. We enabled that here October 20, and so there is actually surprisingly instant result, not instant, but instant for the SEO world, where you have to wait for stuff for many months. And I guess there is a mix of two things. So if you're manually writing the blog, you will never write an article for a keyword that has 30 searches a month, because it's a waste of time, right? Because it costs more for your time. But here we don't have that constraint, right? That's why we just pick all the shitty keywords out there that nobody ever gonna write a real blog for, and we just take them and we rank for them really quick. That's kind of that's what we do now.
But in aggregate, all of these shitty keywords, in aggregate, you're getting a lot of traffic.
And there's more stable, because like we had a couple of times we had manual blogs that were really, really viral, and we had a jump on the traffic, but then it drops, because that's how everything that's viral, that goes up and down, right? And even in the Google, if something is viral, then all the other people see that, because all the SEO experts, they are watching this stuff and they see, wow, this keyword is ranking, etc., and they put more content, and then you're kind of getting the smaller share of that traffic. And we were kind of sad about that. It felt like we thought SEO game is like, you invest once and just runs there forever, compound, but actually it is not. It's like almost like Twitter. If you don't tweet, like, you have no reach. But with these articles, it doesn't happen. So they actually keep getting the same traffic. Like, I looked at every article, the URL, and I just seen the views day over day, and they're the only articles that are stably only going up, because nobody competes, right? And that's something.
Interesting.
That's something almost nobody, like, people know that, but since most experts don't really have AI in that sense, like people use AI, but if you use it in a way that you go into ChatGPT and you type a prompt, you get the answer, and you compile the article, you do it fast, but still you'll spend like 10, 20, 30 minutes on that, right? Comparing to writing manually, right? But in our case, like, you spend 0 seconds, right? Like now we're talking, and he's working, right?
The articles, it shows, are the articles, I mean, I've used AI as well to try to write some articles and to just test out what its ability was, but are they pretty decent? Like, how well is it refining the articles? Like, can you show one of the articles maybe that it's written just for the hell of it?
Yeah. Let's go for this one.
Oh, okay, so it's in progress. Okay.
Yeah, but we can already read it. So here, it explains a guide to the bot implementation. It is. I actually doubt that you can spot this as AI comparing to non-AI. If I send you, a Notion document with both, it is really good. That's really
what I was getting at, is the quality, and it's even bolding, and
it's bolding, it's making the lists, it's doing a lot of cool stuff, and even cooler, like we have a couple of stages. So now we see this, but if you see the tasks, so it's reviewing. So basically we run, since it's an agent, and I don't know how much you know about the agents, but the agent versus AI is that agent kind of does iterative work. So it just kind of does something, and then does again to the same thing, and it's just does it until it works. That's what agents do. So it has a goal, and it just grinds until it works out. That's why even if it does some bad job, then it will kind of not be satisfied with that, because the other agent will evaluate that, and then it will kind of run it again. And for example, now where it's polishing, writing. So eventually it'll be really good. For example, now it's missing the call to action. And one of the goals that every article, even like this article is not about listing bot, but in fact, there's a way to natively sneak in that thing into this article. Because like, it says guide to bot implementation. Why would you implement a bot? Probably you're building a bot. Probably you want to launch it as a product, right? So somewhere in here, it will kind of tell you that once you actually build that stuff, you have these options to get your first users. I'm just guessing it'll do a better job than me, actually. And it will put it somewhere here, right? Maybe it's already here. Let's see. Yeah, it is here already. Look,
It
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it put it here, and I thought it was somewhere else as well. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you see? So, and I think now it's, yeah, so one article is done and 2 are in progress, and basically it can do a lot more if you don't stop it. So you have to stop it.
Right. Okay, cool. Cool. No, thanks for showing it to me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it is actually funny. Like I have a couple of projects that I launched, but I kind of forgot about them because I made a wait list and I just forgot about the project, because I do a lot of the experiments like that. And then I also, for one project, I also turned on the SEO bot, and I also forgot that. And then when I came back yesterday, I was looking at all these stats in the Google Search Console for all the projects I have in domains. And there was one with traffic that I thought I turned off. So it actually got traffic from the blog. Like usually your main traffic comes to your URL because people kind of, you pour it somewhere, but this one was never poured anywhere. So we got the blog traffic onto, empty website almost. I kind of felt bad because this is something I'm not planning to do. So I had to just turn everything off, but it kind of works. It works. And people debate that Google will ban this, etc. I don't think so. And I read a lot on Google guidelines and what their main top people say about this. And also I kind of try to think, like, I'm a businessman myself and they're also business people. What would I do if I was Google? And there's 99% of the internet is garbage content, right? Already before AI,
that's right.
right? Because most people buy cheap content writing from some farms and they put really bad content, and then there's some hacks with keywords. They place keywords 100 times just to rank, etc. Right? And Google doesn't like that, and that stuff still gets on top of Google sometimes. And I think the only concern for Google is quality, and they can measure quality easily by seeing if people actually click on that link and if they actually stay there and read it. And I think that as long as you generate great articles, they don't care if they come from a farm, a person who loves writing, or AI. Like, who cares, as long as the reader likes it? And that's why
they're not going to be able to detect it either. All the detection is a scam anyway. So they're not going to be able to figure it out regardless. So I think from a technology standpoint, they're still screwed. But you're right. At the end of the day, either look, most people are going to be using in the future GPT-4 or something to help them write articles. So this is just an automated fashion and much sooner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for answering that.
Yeah, that's a great take, that the internet's been like full of garbage before the AI era. So like this is the thing that I'm constantly seeing on Twitter as well. People are complaining, hey, those are like a bunch of people will be generating AI content with GPT, etc. But honestly, like I've been searching through Upwork for a couple years ago, and it's been filled to the gills with the people who are generating garbage content, as you mentioned, and it has much more broken English than those several keywords. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it will become much better from now on, at least. So yeah.
I mean, imagine like if you were the expert in the SEO world, you would kind of be protective too, I guess. So I'm not judging the people, but at the same time, as you say, like claiming that the internet is full of great stuff and AI brings bad stuff, I would doubt that. Yeah, like the great articles are great, but there are so few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the great articles, you can put them, like you can make them a bit more visible to boost the rest of the posts. And yeah, like let's be honest, the majority of those blogs, like blog sections at least, they exist on the people's websites simply for bringing the traffic to the website. So it's like rarely, like it's a rare case when people are actually spending time on their blogs. So it's been like much more popular a decade ago, for example, when every startup founder decided, yeah, I need to throw an article about every single time I drink coffee and a thought comes to my mind. But nowadays, yeah, the internet is full of those blog sections. So yeah,
I think now we moved into the social media world where people just tweet stuff rather than write articles, and articles are, as you say, for the traffic. But at the same time, if articles are good, people actually benefit from them. Like I still Google stuff and I still find some article and then read, and I see people find stuff and come to our projects with the articles generated by SEObot, and we have the funnel statistics where we see that they end up signing up and even buying the products. So they definitely didn't hate the article then. All right, so I will complete the cycle now. So while we talked, SEObot did all the work. So I always think about SEObot as a team member who is just doing only one thing and never kind of gets distracted. So we were talking, but it still did its job. And now I will publish. So we have all this place here where you can publish. So pretty much everywhere. And then I go for unicorn platform. So it says I have to bring API key. And I will go and do that. And do I get
while you're searching, we've got a platform engineer, Dibia, on the call. Yeah, Dibia, do you have any questions regarding the SEObot or unicorn platform? How do you feel about the whole call, the whole thing? Maybe he's on mute or has no ability to speak. Okay, Matt Morneau, we've got you on the call as well. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Well, I'm not developing product, as I guess you know, but I'm always looking for application, in my daily work. And I do have another business partner with a real estate related business that maybe could use this for SEO. Does a fair amount of social media. So I didn't know if anybody were able to be like to play around with this in a sandbox or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we can invite you. So you have 3 articles for free, so you can play with that. All right, so I just connected that, and yeah, it's synced. So now I just have to.
So when I went to the site, there's a wait list. It looks like I didn't see that there's a that you can actually get into it. Is that right?
Yeah, it's only waitlist. So we onboard people one by one. So you just sent me, you send a request to the waitlist, and I will see it. But if I missed that, just send me an email somewhere or a Twitter message or something.
That's okay.
All right, so I added the blog now, and let's save that. So now we completed the whole cycle, and I got the blog here, and here are those 3 articles, right? So now I have them on my website on the blog section, right?
So the only thing that's left is to connect the domain actually, and this whole thing is on autopilot, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I don't connect the domain because for some projects, like people don't type stuff into the URL anyways, they click it from somewhere. So I'm actually planning to do one test. I want to try to prove that you don't need buy a domain to actually get paying users and some average traction. So I want to do one project on the free domain, and everything will be free. So I will just try to, because we've done one project like that. It's called Dev Hunt, where the idea was that can we build the project using only free SaaS tools, and even like using contributors who do it for free, like developers. And I guess if you followed me, you've seen that it was all built and launched, and now it's probably the second most important launch after Product Hunt in the market. And we spent nothing. We only bought domain for $7. That's it. That was the only investment we made into that project.
Oh, that's the first time I hear about that, actually. Like, I've been thinking that you've spent pretty, like, a significant amount of money into the marketing of that platform. So
No,
yeah,
no.
I've heard that everybody is praising Dev Hunt for being like open and honest, instead of the Product Hunt that has the bots all over the place.
Yeah.
So at least that's what I've seen on the social media regarding the platform. So
Yeah, that's true.
honestly, mind-blowing. So in a matter of what, like 30 minutes, we've been able to spawn the landing page and like automate the SEO. So the traffic part is basically done. Like, it's solved, I guess. So the only thing that's left is to build the actual product. So that's...
Yeah, and actually, like the way we're going to do this is that we will launch this, so you will be kind of paying and putting the URL you want to kind of run listbot for, and we will just take that manually and put into our own system somehow and do that, right? So we won't even build the product. So we have our tools that do this already. So, and for the end user, like, it doesn't matter how it works. It will be little time lag. But it means that we don't have to even spend time on building stuff. We can reuse the stuff we already have. And that's one thing I would probably want to say, is that the product itself is less important than the experience of the user. And sometimes you can give experience to the user without a product, even the same experience. It's like, if you've seen this tweets recently from Peter Levis and Danny Postma, where they said that their first versions of their image or this photo AI tools, it was like fully manual thing. They had landing page, Stripe link, and they would just generate photos manually and send them back on the email, right? So there was not a tool at all. They were just using open AI for generating images, so anyone could do that, right? But these guys were kind of smart with the marketing and all those things. So same here.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. But right now, this is an obsolete statement, I guess, because like at least 5 years ago, I've seen a lot of different like companies faking their AI use by just hiring low-level paid freelancers that were doing job. So
yeah,
that was an issue. And right now, by the way, I've got a question that I forgot to ask a bit earlier, but how much money does it, if you don't mind answering, of course, how much money does it cost you to maintain a single web page? Because agents are not as cheap thing to maintain. So, like,
you mean how much do we pay for AI?
How much do you pay for a single user? So, for example, we've created this landing page, we've connected SEO bot. So how much money will it take?
I think we spent now around $1 probably on
per
all
month.
of this. No, I mean our own costs that we paid out to Anthropic, OpenAI, Cloudy. Like, we have a lot of AIs we use, actually. The total will be around $1. So basically, it is 30 cents per article, sometimes 50 cents. So sometimes it's $1 actually we spend on the article, if article is long and complicated. So it's expensive. So basically, we're not making a lot of money on it. I mean, even if we make a lot of money on it, we won't make a lot of profits because our costs are high. But the idea here is that the cost of AI will go down, and if we gain users until then and we're not on negative, we're kind of on zero or slightly profitable, then eventually like we will start making profits.
Yeah, and for the context, like I've seen that on your Twitter, so I hope you don't mind if I'll share that. So I've seen that a lot of people are upgrading. So the people that you've already invited to the platform, to the SEO bot, they've upgrading from 19 USD, if I'm not mistaken, to 99, and this is like the profit margin from this whole story is enormous. So yeah, that's
yeah. I mean, you will see a lot of competitors of SEO bot popping up over the next 3 months. Trust me. I think that this will be the next kind of little ChatGPT moment for the AI world, because I see that today. Like I open Twitter and a lot of people start talking about, you know, whether they should build or they're building, because it's kind of low hanging fruit. But you know, it is so complicated to create stuff that people kind of want to read. So like we have just one button there that starts stuff, but to run these agents, like it's crazy how many different agents we have, and since this is not traditional coding where you know what to expect from function to function, and here it just you hope the AI will produce the output that you want it to be producing, and if it doesn't, you have to kind of work with that as well. So it is extremely complicated world that seems simple for most. And just one comment on AI, because this is relevant for I guess for all of you and for your community. Like we've seen that AI has had like this hype last year, but at the same time very few products were actually built which are used. It was like 1 million demos, like a lot of demos, a lot of cool viral videos with cool stuff, but very few real products. Mass products are still in the wait list. Mass products never even launched. Why? Because it's really easy to make a demo with AI. You can just do it in a day. That's mind-blowing. But it's really complicated to make that to work for any scenario, right? Because that's what we had. Like it's easy to you know, generate an article in front of a person using AI and, you know, make it impressive. It's really hard to have it run on itself and generate good stuff and you know, find bad stuff and etc. So that's why we're now entering the next episode of AI, you know, development, where the people who actually build stuff that works gonna win, and the people who will keep building stuff that's just impresses the people will be not winning anymore, because you know, that moment has passed. Like now people will not pay just for early access or for something in 6 months, right?
Yeah. I've just posted the meme that like how developers are sleeping knowing that ChatGPT might kill their
I saw
their
it.
project.
This
Yeah.
guy's sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping with his eyes open. So yeah, like I posted that a couple of hours ago, and it's like really funny that you're like basically like talking about that. So people indeed would not like to wait for 6 more months when the pace of the technology is like when technologies are moving with such pace. So yeah, that's the case. Okay, so I guess we'll wrap things up. Can't thank you enough for this mind-blowing demo. So I really hope that if I'll slid into your DMs, I might get into into that SEO bot like the list. So
Yeah,
yeah,
do that.
yeah, because I already see how
Hopefully I see your DM, because it's I run this maybe stupid experiment. I just said I will send 3 articles generated on SEObot to anyone who replies to my post, and 220 people replied, and I expected like 20 people to reply. So now I
Yeah.
have to like, it's a lot of DMs and I have to, onboard their site and send them back. And I don't know how I will do that. So I'm trying to find help for that now.
Yeah.
That's yet another idea for an AI agent, I guess. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what we thought as well.
okay, thank you very much, John. Absolutely
Thanks for
amazing.
having me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely
thank you.
amazing call, and the products that you build are mind-blowing. One of the best calls that we've had. So yeah, thanks for sharing the product, and wish you all the best, and hopefully to see you soon with the Mars dev. I'm really interested in that as well.
Oh, that will be 10x bigger than this demo.
Cool,
All
cool.
right. Thanks for
Thank-
having me. And yeah, just send me DMs in Twitter. I always read them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot. Jim.
Bye
You
then.
Take care. Take care,
Yeah,
everybody.
bye, Matt. Yeah,
Goodbye.
bye, Max.
Bye.